So starting in whatever comfortable seat suits you for the morning, just for a few moments of breathing, connecting to each other and to our mats and to our space, our yoga practice. So let your eyes close, gaze softly to the tip of your nose. If you're sitting upright, let the shoulders drop down. If you're in child's pose, just let your hips sink back. If you're on your back, just be comfortable. And just start to notice the breath as it moves through the body. From the deepest spaces in the abdomen, spreading across the rib cage to the upper chest and upper back. So this breath that we use in our practice is really our guide through the entire practice. It lets us know when we're in too deep or perhaps not deep enough. Let me give you some light on you. And then cultivate this soft flow of the breath that you can carry with you. Now, if you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of your nose with a slight guttural release at the throat, practice that. Notice as you inhale, the chest rises, the shoulders should stay down. The belly rises, the ribs spread. And when you empty all that out, it all comes back down together. So from wherever you are, come into a seated position, cross your left leg in front of your right leg, move the flesh underneath your sitting bones, and feel free to sit on a block, a towel, a blanket, a set of books. And come back to your hands on top of your knees, lifting your chest up a little bit higher, dropping your shoulders down. Expand through the chest, expand through the ribs. Try not to arch your back into that little ski slope by pulling your chest forward and your hips forward or back. But rather, draw the ribs right over the hips. And then tuck your chin down to your chest, release any tension that might be there. Roll the ear to the right shoulder, drop the shoulder down. Find space between your ear and your shoulder, or your jaw and your shoulder on the opposite side. So it should be your left side, but if it's not, that's okay. And then gently guide that right hand to the left ear, just gently guiding your ear down towards your shoulder. Take your left hand and let it walk out to the left side. Maybe it lifts off the floor, or maybe it just stays tented on the floor. And then draw your chin right down to the right side collarbone. Feel a slightly different stretch. Gently letting go of your head, bring your chin back to your chest. Let's keep our arms where they are as we draw the left ear to the left shoulder. So not shoulder to ear, but ear to shoulder. And then drop the shoulders down and just find that maybe delicious stretch, maybe too much for some, so back off if you need to. And then guide the left arm to the outside of the right ear or the right side of your head, and letting the ear drop down to the floor. Walk the right fingertips out, maybe off the floor. Breathe in and out. And as you exhale, you can replace the right hand, bring the chin towards the left collarbone. And then release the hand, chin to the chest. Inhale, walk your hands behind you, turn your fingers in any direction, lean back, shake out your legs, and cross your right leg in front of your left leg. That looks good. Move the flesh from side to side, rock it out. Sit slightly in front of your sitting bones and place your hands back on your knees, lift your chest up. So this just kind of adjusts us, gives us that little assistance to rise up. Take the breath, the arms overhead with the breath, inhaling. Exhaling, let's take a twist. Left arm, right thigh, right arm behind you. Take your fingers, lengthen your spine on the inhale, and twist a little deeper on the exhale. And then just again, drop the shoulders down and maybe bring your chin to the right collarbones. Stay for as long as you'd like, or take the right arm up and over. Keep the right hip grounded onto the earth. Inhale, pull your chest to the right as you exhale, settle in. Inhale, rise back up, both arms meet in the center. Reach out like you're being pulled to the ceiling and grounded through the earth. Exhale, right hand outside, left thigh, left fingertips behind you, tented. Take a breath in to find length and take an exhalation to find depth. And feel free to drop the chin towards the collarbone. Stay here or bring your left arm up and over to the right side, grounding again the left sitting bones. And rotate through the center. Come back to center, inhale, both arms come up, reach your fingers up. Exhale, reach your fingers forward. Fold over your legs. Push the heel of the hand down into the mat to push your hips back a little bit more. Relax the neck and shoulders. Take another breath, see if you have a little bit more space to go without lifting your hips up or creating any tension in the neck. And on the next inhale, we walk our hands back in. We lean back again, hands behind you. Shake out your legs and scoot them over to either side. Come onto your tabletop position, hands and knees. Double up your mat if you have tender knees. Hands or shoulders width apart, knees or hips width apart, toes tucked underneath you. Dip your belly, arch your back, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, release the tops of the feet. Press through the tops of your pedicure, the top of your shin, foot. Bring your chin to your chest and let your head hang down and spread your shoulders apart. Inhale, arch your back, dip your belly, tuck your toes. Move slowly. Find some peace and quality and strength in the movements. Top of the foot, shin down, head down, tailbone tucks. Arch your back. Inhale, release, dip your belly, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, chin to chest, round and curl your spine. Push the top of the foot, shin down. And then just go ahead and sit back on your heels for child's pose. So you might have to adjust your arms or your legs somewhere. And that's cool. Spread your fingers, bring the heel of the hands forward as you push the hips back. Breathe down the sides of your body. Breathe from top to bottom. This is a place you can always come to if you need to during your practice without my giving you permission. You have it. So come to child's pose anytime you need. One more breath as you find the most length you can at this very moment. Inhale, come back to hands and knees, tuck your toes underneath you. Softly, with a soft knee, lift your hips in the air and come into your downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent a lot. So I know that you can probably straighten your legs a lot more than we are, but just keep them bent and then just sway a little side to side, front and back. Maybe find a little cat-cow here in your downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, settle into it for a breath or two. As you straighten the right leg, bend the left knee, and shift your hips to the left side. And then switch. This may allow your heels to come down a little bit more. And now I can feel that we did a lot of shoulder work this week. Come back to center. Bend your knees, chest to thighs, head hangs down. Walk your hands to your feet at the back of your mat. Separate your feet, hips width apart, two fists in between your feet, and let your body surrender. Again, bending your knees as much or as little as you need or want to. Let the top of the head hang down so there's no tension in the neck. And then just everything folds with gravity. Like a rag doll, press the bottoms of your feet strongly into the earth, and then roll through your spine. As you come up, take your time, roll the shoulders back around a couple times. Good, one more time. Bring your arms up and down. Spread your fingers wide, open your palms. Your feet are hips width or maybe a little bit wider. Stretch the arms on an inhaling breath all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers, turn the palms all the way up and inside out. Reach like you're being pulled again to the ceiling and grounded through your earth, and then through your feet on the earth. Pull the pinky toes of your legs, of your feet, as if they were stretching to the outer edges of the mat. And lift out of your pelvis. Exhale, bend your knees and reach your arms forward and your hips back. Doesn't have to be the deepest thing you've done. Inhale, rise to stand all the way up. Maybe you want to take a little back bend here. If you want to support your back, support your back. Inhale to come back. Exhale into that moderate chair with your arms in front of you. Inhale, press to stand. Lift your heart, back bend if it feels good. Open the arms, release them out to the side and down to the floor. Fingertips on floor shins, or if you have blocks, lengthen your spine. Walk your hands one arm print out or one hand print out. Send your weight back to your heels. Inhale, look forward. Walk your arms out again. Maybe the heel of the hands are down, maybe the heel of the feet are down, maybe not quite. Take another breath, walk out again. And if you're at your downward dog, stay. And if you need to continue to walk till you find your downward dog, find your downward dog. And then bring your feet a little bit closer together, back hips width apart. Inhale the right leg in the air. Lift it high, come high on your left toes. Open your right hip, and then bend the right knee. And then point the toes and open the leg. So just a couple times, flexing and pointing, bending and straightening, flexing and extending. And then hold the bent knee as you square off your shoulders. Turn your body back, keep the knee bent. Stay in a dog as you bring your right knee to your chest. And look forward and step the right knee through or the right foot through and lower the left knee to the floor. So check out first that your right knee is over your ankle and that you're not sitting directly on that left knee, on your patella. And then shift a little bit more way forward and walk your hands just maybe in line with your toe tips. Pull your shoulders back and your collarbones forward. Lift your heart. Try not to collapse your belly on your thighs. So see if you can find a little space between your belly and your thighs. Good. Inhale, bring your hands on top of your thighs. Pull your right knee forward. Relax your shoulders down. Inhale again, bring the arms overhead. Interlace your fingers like we just did. Reach the arms up and try to press down through that right heel. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can just straighten the front leg. Just enough. Pull the right hip back. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, let's straighten the leg. Knees okay, Laura? Bend your right knee, or there are cats in the way. Bring your right knee in, arms up. Exhale, arms down to the floor. Keep the left hand down. Reach the right arm forward, shake my hand, hello, and then sweep it back up and open up to the right side. Reach your fingertips to the sky, hug your hips into the midline. Broaden your collarbones, inhaling. This time as you exhale, right hand inside, right foot. Left toes turn to the right side. Notice your hip wants to go with it, so draw it back into center and open up the left arm. Reach your fingertips up and down. Lift your belly up off your thighs. Breathe in. Empty out. One more breath. Good. Exhale, look down, left hand down. Spin yourself back around to your low lunge. Tuck your toes under, lift your knee up, keep your hips low. Plant your palms and step back to a downward facing dog. Walk your dog from side to side. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale, come forward to your high plank, like a push-up position. Lower to the floor, bring your knees down, and come all the way down to the floor. Crown of the head forward, toes back. Elbows squeeze in by your side. Inhale, lift your heart. Doesn't have to be too far, so use your back muscles, not your arms, because I know your arms can do a lot more work for you if you need them to. Exhale, come on down to the floor. Inhale, lift your heart. Squeeze the elbows by your side. Exhale, push your hips to your heels, tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the floor. Hips up in the air. Inhale, left leg in the air, bend the knee and open the left hip to the left side. Try to keep the evenness in the arms though. Don't roll off onto that right side. And then bend and straighten the leg, flex and point the toes. Take your time with it. Feel it. And then let's keep it bent. Adjust your torso. Turn yourself so you're in a down dog. Keep a dog as you roll your right knee to your chest, rounding curl. Then step that left leg through between your hands and lower the right knee to the floor. And first, just get here to find your alignment. Knee over the ankle of the left leg and off the top of the knee of the right leg. And you can have your hands on blocks, you can have your knee on blocks, you can have your foot on blocks. Good, inhale. And exhale, drop the hips down just a little bit more here. And then inhale your hands to your thigh. Exhale, settle. Interlace your fingers, one finger over, turn the palms up and in, and if you've never done that, it feels funny at first. And just walk on. Now see if you can straighten that front leg. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but think about what's going on in the hips. Inhale, rebend. Exhale. Inhale, straighten leg. And exhale, bend. Let's try that one more time. Inhale. Straighten leg. Exhale, come on back down. Lift up a little bit higher. And release your hands as you exhale to the floor. Right hand stays, left arm opens up. Oh, twist and hold my hand. Stretch it up and open to the left side. Hug that left hip towards your midline. Breathe. You know, we're trying to level our shoulders and keep them stacked on top of each other, trying to keep that hip tucked in. And we do the best we can do with this. Find a little bit more room. Exhale, left hand inside, right, left leg. Right toes turn out, and notice how that drags your hip to the left side. So draw the hip underneath you. Right arm comes up. Again, that left arm might need to be on a block. Reach out of your center, like you're being pulled to the ceiling and down to the floor all at the same time, and the left side of your waistline lifts up and off your thighs. One more breath. Exhale, turn it back into your low lunge. One hand on either side of the foot. Right leg, knees, toes tuck under knee lifts. Try not to lift your hips when you lift the knee. Plant your palms and step to your downward facing dog. Inhale. And walk your dog a little bit side to side here. Come high up on your tippy toes. Bend your knees and look towards the front of your mat. And however you get there, make your way to the top of that mat. When you get to the top, 2 fists in between your feet, approximately the width of your hips, your shoulders. And then this time, just grab opposite elbows. Pull one elbow away from the other, so stretch out. You'll feel a nice release across the upper back. And just switch the cross of your arms. And then you can keep the arms as they are and slowly roll up to standing. Take them up over your head with you. Good. Exhale over to the right side. Nice side bend. Grounding through your feet, nice and firm. Come back to center. Exhale up and over to the other side. So remember in the beginning I said try to have your feet, your pinkies reaching towards the outer edges of your mat. Feel that energy. Good. One more time. Come back to center. Exhale, bend your knees and come down like I dream of Jeannie. Keep your hips where they are. Release your arms. Stretch them behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Lengthen the crown of your head to the front of your mat, your tailbone to the back. And then fold over as you exhale. Let your arms come up and your head come down. If your hamstrings are tight, your knees are likely to be bent. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Inhale, release your hands, let it sweep the floor. Bend your knees and find a chair. Good morning, Jane. Even in New York. And then stretch all the way up to standing. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your feet together. Settle down for a moment. Tadasana. Hands can be a prayer or by your sides. Inhaling and exhaling. If your eyes are closed, feel free to open them. Take a breath here and release your arms as you exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep the floor, chair pose. Feet can be together or apart. Exhale, right knee to your chest, find some balance. Flex the foot, knee in line or higher than your hip. Inhale, float your right leg back, just through warrior one for this breath. And then take an inhale to step back to a high crescent lunge, arms up in the air. Pull your shoulders down. Now bend your knee and bend your arms like cactus. Stay low with the knee, straighten it out, or with the hips I should say, and bring the arms up, crescent lunge. Pull the ribs in and under, tuck your tailbone underneath you. Beautiful. Good, relax the shoulders. Stay low in your hips. Nice, Michelle. Nice, guys. Take another breath. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take an exhaling breath and find your way to warrior two on the right side by bringing your left toes forward, right toes slightly in, arms reaching from front to back. Your left leg is still bent, parallel to the floor as best you can. Straighten your front leg once, and then rebend it. Now, just pull back a little bit more with your right arm. So your shoulders are stacked over your hips as best you can. Reach in two directions. Inhale, exhale. Now inhale, turn your palms up, release the right arm down, and lift up and over towards the right side. And then just notice if you can bring your right hip a little bit more towards your left knee. So lift out of your waistline and make that a side bend. Inhale, we come back through warrior two, and as we exhale, windmill down, right arm inside, left arm opens up, twist. So we did the twist on the floor before. Feel free to bring your knee down. Feel free to put your hands on blocks. Working the left side of the body, the right side to the left. Hug hips in. Inhale. As you take this exhale, lower your left hand to the floor. Step your back foot in a little bit closer and straighten your front leg. Again, to the best of your body's ability. Hands on either side of your foot. Fold over your left shin. Notice what happens if you put more weight in the back leg as opposed to the front leg. Or maybe you keep the weight evenly distributed between both legs. See where you're at today. Inhale, climb to your fingertips. You can put your hands on your hips, your thigh, or at your heart. Bring your torso parallel to the floor. Softly bend the front knee. Float through warrior three into a right knee to the chest. Exhale, feet down, arms up, chair pose. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to prayer, separate your feet and fold down over your legs. Take your peace finger grip around your big toes. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, let it go. Fold over your shins. Send your weight a little forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Head to shin, belly to thighs, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, pull your toes. Exhale, hands to your heart or hips, rise up to standing. Bring your feet together or keep them slightly apart. You have to feel your way around. Inhale your arms down as you exhale, stretch it down. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the floor, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, settle. Inhale, rise up, left knee up towards your chest, flex the foot. Inhale, left leg back. You can bring your hands to prayer, right through warrior three into a low lunge. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bend your front knee and your back knee and your arms. Now keep your hips this low as you straighten the back leg. Arms come back up. Crescent lunge, breathe. Work on adjusting shoulders and hips to be in the same line. Work on dropping your hip down. Work on getting that thigh parallel to the floor. And without coming out of your legs, inhale, open to warrior two, facing the left side of your mat. Reaching forward and back with your fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure that back leg is nice and strong. It is too the foundation of this pose. There's two legs in this one. Inhale, straighten your front leg. And then rebend it with purpose. reach in two directions. So pull the left arm back a little bit more, right arm forward a little bit more, so shoulders are stacked over your hips. Find nice grounding in the feet. Inhale and exhale. Flip your palms, release the left arm, right arm up. Lift up and out of your waistline, and then think about pulling your left hip towards your right knee. Don't straighten out that front leg. I know you want to. Keep it bent, and then just draw yourself into a side bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale right back through warrior two. As you exhale, spin it around front, turn the back foot forward. Right arm opens up to a twist. Hug your hips in towards each other. Bring your left side to your right side now. Reach the right arm up and the left arm down, finding length and space through the entire body. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand down. Step your back foot in a little bit closer. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold over your right shin. Put more weight in the back foot for a moment. Put more weight in the front foot. And then see if you want to make the weight evenly distributed. Let your chest rest over your thighs, hands on blocks. If your hamstrings are tight, if your knee needs to bend, that's fine as well. Inhale to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Good. Bring your hands to your heart or your hips and come up parallel to the floor with your torso. Soften the front leg and take flight for the moment. It's just the transition that we're bringing it back to our left knee up to our chest. As you sit down or as you lower the legs, we sit down into chair. Inhale, press to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart, separate your feet. Fold over your legs once again. Lengthen your spine, inhale, lift your toes up, slide your hands underneath. Wrap your big toe around your wrist. Inhale, look forward. Send your weight into the balls of the feet or into the toe tips. Exhale, elbows out to the side, head to the shin. So you might feel like you're falling forward. So shift a little bit more weight forward. Push and pull at the same time. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, release your hands from your feet. Inhale, rise to halfway lift, hands to your heart or hips, and rise all the way up to standing. Bring your feet together. Bring your arms by your side. So you decide when you're in this pose if your feet together is just not balanced enough for you. So you need to separate your feet a little bit more, as wide or as little as you need to, right? Arms are by your side. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep the floor, chair pose. Not too long, Jane. Exhale, right knee up to your chest, hands to prayer. Inhale, float back through warrior three. Exhale, step all the way back into your warrior pose. Bend your knees, reach your arms back. Keep your hips low, release the leg and arms come up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open to your right side. Warrior two as you exhale. Straighten your front leg, inhale. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, flip your palms, right arm down. I guess we have a couple of heroes today, huh? Keep bending that left knee. Inhale, rewind, arms down. Right arm stays, left arm opens, right hip faces the front of the mat. Exhale, left hand down. Step a little closer, pyramid pose, your way. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Now, if you want to take warrior three with your hands supported on the floor, you can do that and bring your feet back together. Or come up halfway, torso parallel to the floor. Send your weight into the left leg through warrior three. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, release your arms and sit into chair pose. Exhale. Inhale, press to rise. Hands to prayer. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. Inhale, bend your knees. Chair pose. Exhale, left knee to chest. Balance. Through warrior three, inhale. Step back as you exhale. Find your deep crescent lunge, arms up. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your knee. Keep your hips low. Straighten the arms and straighten the leg. Inhale. Settle a little lower, exhale. Good. Inhale, open to warrior two as you exhale, settle. Inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, flip your palms, right arm up, left arm down. Find that left hip moving towards the right knee. Inhale, windmill down, left hand stays, right arm opens, left hip turns to the front of your mat. Twist, open, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, right arm down, exhale, let it go. Step your left foot forward, straighten both legs, lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold over your right shin. Where's the weight distributed for you today? Inhale, keep your hands down on floor or blocks, or bring your hands to your heart. Shift your weight into the right leg, balancing through warrior three just for the moment, just for the transition. Knee to the chest. Exhale, arms up, knee bends, chair pose. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, prayer to the heart, arms by your side. Take a moment. Just take a moment, feel where you're at. Open your eyes. All right, inhale one more time. Bring your arms and sweep them up for chair pose. Exhale, right knee to your chest, lift. Inhale, step back, arms up, leg back, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend both your knees and your arms, and then keep your arms straight, straighten the back leg. Inhale. Exhale, settle. Inhale, open to warrior two as you exhale, settle. Inhale, flip palms, right arm down, left arm up. Keep the left knee bent. As you exhale, windmill down, right arm stays, right hip turns, open up and twist. Left arm down as you exhale, step your right foot closer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over your left shin. Inhale, lengthen. Hands to your heart, your hips, or on floor or blocks. Come up halfway if that's where you're going. Float through warrior three. Exhale, knee to chest. Balance. Arms up, leg down, chair pose. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands through your heart to your side, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up, left knee to chest. Inhale, left leg back, big step. Good, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend your elbows, bend your knee. Inhale, straighten arms and legs. Exhale, open to warrior two, facing the left side of your mat. Inhale, straighten arms and legs if you like. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lift out of your waistline. Exhale, windmill down, left arm stays, right arm opens, twist. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Step a little closer with your left foot and find your pyramid pose. Inhale, working your shoulders and hips level. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands on floor, blocks, or perhaps to your heart or hips. Send your weight into the front leg, walking through warrior three. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, and exhale, arms up, legs down. And then rise all the way up to standing. Separate your feet, hands to heart. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Drop your hips in between your two legs. Good. So your hands can stay in prayer. You can sit on a block or two. Lift your chest up. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Bringing the crown of the head towards the sky. Take another breath. Beautiful, guys. I can see you all. As you exhale, release the hands. Lift the hips. Turn your toes forward and just fold again. Shake out your neck, yes and no, or your head, yes and no. Then rise to your fingertips, inhale. Bring your hands to your heart or your hips. Rise up to standing. Heel toe your feet together. Top of the mat. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, nice swan dive your way, folding to the floor. Fingertips on the floor, shins or blocks, lengthen your spine, inhale. Bend your knees and plant your palms and step, step or jump to a high plank. Exhale to low plank, chaturanga, or you can go to your knees. Upward dog or low cobra, pull your heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Just take a moment and settle. And then bring your feet a little closer together. Inhaling the right leg in the air. This time the hip stays squared. Bring the knee to the chest, step it through. Good. Turn your back foot on its side. Windle up for warrior two. We've been here today. Exhale, settle in. And then straighten your front leg. Good. Now shoulders over hips, facing the left side of your mat. Reaching in two directions with your hands. Move your hips to the left. Bring your right arm forward and reach it out as far as you can. Feel free to grab a block if you need it. Reach out, 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 out. Right hand comes down on the inside, outside foot, shin, or a block. And then adjust your torso so your shoulders open up to the left side, stacking one on the other. And then lift out of your right waistline. Pull your right knee up so we don't want to dump into the right side body. Good, beautiful. Feel free to use blocks. Nice, Michelle. Good, guys. Lauren, Jane, everybody. Take a look down at your right toes just for a little checkpoint. Make sure they're not turning in on you. Inhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Exhale, bring your left hand to your left hip. Bend your front knee and reach your right arm in front to the side or on a block. And take your left leg off the floor. If for any reason you want to do this on your knees, that's okay. So just spin it open, the same pose, but your leg lifted off the floor. So make sure the shoulder is underneath, or the hand is underneath the shoulder. You don't want to be too far out because you won't have levelness. Is that a word? Levelness? You won't be level. Flex that left foot, reach it behind you as far out as you can. Inhale, inhale, exhale, breathe. Arm up or down, bend your front knee. Step gracefully back into your triangle pose. Maybe your hand is behind your foot. Inhale and exhale. Find the length from the right side of the body. Left side's a little bit more obvious. Right side just kind of gets hidden and collapses. Inhale, reverse your triangle pose. Front legs are straight. As you exhale, windle your hands back to the front of your mat. Step your back foot in closer. We've been here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Good. And exhale, fold over your right leg. If you have a block and you'd like to use it, place it inside or outside of that right foot. Bring your right hand to your hip, lengthen your spine, come halfway up, and then rotate to the right side, twisting Pravrita, triangle, Trikonasana. Right arm comes up once you've stacked your shoulders, square your hips, pull the right hip in towards midline, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Can you find a little bit more room underneath your body? And this exhale takes us down to the floor. Hands on either side or on blocks. Inhale. Fold over your leg one more time. Inhale, supported warrior three. So hands on blocks or floor. Lengthen your spine as you kick that left leg up. Square your hips. Maybe you hover your hands off the floor and find your legs working really hard. Good, good, good. Good. Good, now bring your hands back to the floor if they're not. Bring your left leg to your right leg. Squat down. And then straighten your legs. Bring your hands behind your calves or perhaps underneath your heels. Stepping on your hands. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over your shins. Push and pull. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit deeper. Inhale, look forward, release your hands to your heart or your hips, and come to standing. Should be at the top of the mat. If you're not, take a few steps till you do. Arms down by your side, exhale. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, fold through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step, jump, hop, fly to the back of your mat. Flow through a push-up or skip it and meet in downward dog. Or add to it. Downward dog is where we meet. Inhale and exhale. So find a little peace in this downward facing dog. First time doesn't feel so peaceful, but now it should feel like, oh, good, we're in downward dog. Then bring your feet a little closer together. Take your left leg in the air on it. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to step it all the way through. Spin your right foot on its side. Windmill open to warrior two, facing the right side of your mat. Exhale. Good. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now, straighten your front leg. Adjust your shoulders over your hips. Move your hips to the right side and reach out to the front of your mat. Reach as far out as you can. When you can no longer reach out, you reach down to the floor shin block in front or behind you. Some of you even take a toe grip. Reaching your arm up, right arm up. Left side of your body lifts up and in. Find length like you're creating this whole long body. Some of you have a long body now, it gets longer. One more breath. Good, now exhale the right hand to the hip. Look to your left toes, bend your knee, walk your hands forward or onto a block or to the side a little bit, and lift your right leg off the floor, half moon balance. Did you see the beautiful full moons we had this week? So now we're doing two sides will equal the full moon. Right arm is up, your gaze goes where your gaze goes. If the gaze going up just totally messes you up, keep your gaze down until you're ready to start peeking up. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Find some peace in this pose. It's a challenging pose. Inhale. Exhale. Now hand up or down to your hip, look down to the floor, and gently and softly and gracefully find your way back to your triangle pose. Notice how I said gracefully, right? That's usually a laugh for me. On the inhale, we reverse our triangle. Arm up, hip forward. Exhale, windmill back down to the floor. Step your back foot a little closer. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold over your left shin and let it go. Where's the weight carried? Forward, back, or both legs. Inhale, halfway lift. If you want to use a block inside or outside of that left foot, right hand goes to the block, left hand goes to your hip. Lengthen your spine. You might have to adjust your feet from front to back, side to side a little bit. Lengthen your spine, rotate, and turn to the left side, stacking shoulders. And maybe that left arm comes with you overhead. Maybe your eye gaze goes up. But again, if looking up changes the pose so much for you that you fall out of it, come back to something that keeps you steady. Your drishti, where you focus. Inhale and exhale. One more breath, everyone. Exhale, fold over your left leg. I think now Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. Walk your hands onto blocks in front or onto the floor, or bring your hands to your hips. Start to come into a supported warrior three. Right leg back, left leg up. Oh, right leg is up, excuse me. Left leg stays on the floor. Lengthen out of that right hip. And maybe you want to hover. Maybe some of you took it to prayer before, so feel free to go where your body wants to go. Sometimes it's our body that has to guide us, not our head. If our head guides us, we probably would be injured a lot more. So try to find some energy in the standing leg, equal energy in the not standing leg. And then place your hands back to the floor if they're not. Bring your feet together. Inhale, lengthen, come into a squat. This time, open up your knees and let your hands rest inside of your legs. Hug your knees around your triceps and just round your spine and pull your belly in. If from here you want to take an arm balance of crow, bring your hands down, lift your hips up. You can hug your knees on the outside of your triceps and lift your heels up to your buttocks, or you can adjust your arms and bring them under your triceps. Or if crow is not for you and you don't want to eat it, then just stay in the pose, the malasana pose. If you're in crow and you want to jump back, jump back. If you're not in crow, let's lift our hips up and step back. Everybody will be in a plank through a vinyasa chaturanga. You go down, back up, upward dog. Downward dog is where we meet. Inhale and exhale. Step the feet closer together. Right leg in the air. Right leg opens to the side. Right knee bends. Lift out of your arms. If you like to flip your dog, follow your right foot behind you to the floor and flip it to a dancer's bridge or a big wheel. Lift your heart up. Inhale and exhale. Rewind your right hand down, right leg up in the air. Nice and tall on your left toes. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, left foot comes halfway up. Lengthen your spine. You can stay supported on the floor or bring your hands to your heart, come up halfway, and find Warrior 3. Now we've transitioned through Warrior 3 for a lot of this class. This is more the pose. So coming into Warrior 3 pose, balance. Trying to get your left thigh parallel to the floor. That's it. Soften the front knee as much as you need to, and lift that left leg way back behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath, everybody. You're beautiful. Exhale, step your feet together. Arms by your side. Separate your feet. Fold over, let it go. Yeah, like it never happened, right? Only it did. We witnessed it. Climb to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Exhale, make your way back to your plank through a vinyasa or skip, add to it. You do you. Lift your heart. Downward dog, hips up in the air. Feet together. Inhale the left leg up in the air. Open the left hip, bend the knee. Stay here, or if you like to flip, follow your left foot to the floor behind you and lift your hips up. Maybe again, you may be in that dancer's bridge, or maybe you're in a full wheel. Just push the hips up in the air. One more breath. Exhale, rewind, left arm down, left leg up. Inhale, knee to chest, step it through. As you exhale, step your back foot closer. Fold over your left leg. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on floor blocks, or perhaps you bring your hands to your heart. Send your weight to the front leg and find Warrior 3, other side. Hips are squared, lengthen the crown of the head forward, pull the toes back. There's different schools of thought, whether the foot is flexed or point. Whatever you want to do today is fair, okay? Just make it something that's right for you. Keeping the belly lifted, ribs lifted, so nice and strong. Breathe. Oh, hang in there, guys, for one more breath. As you exhale the breath, feet together, top of the mat. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold over your soft bent knees. Let your head go. Shake it out, sway a little side to side. Come back to center. This time come to your fingertips and then come high on your toe tips, bend your knees. Bet you thought you were going to do a crow again, and feel free to if you want to. And then come to your fingertips, your knees are open, hips width. Maybe you can bring your hands onto your thighs. Can you lift your torso, tuck your tailbone, and bring your arms out in front of you. Feels like I'm back in the bedroom for a moment, but my hips are on my heels. Breathe in. And now we're just going to take a little shift of our weight back, and we're going to fold our hips to the floor. I know that was very graceful for all of you. I have no doubt. Now, if you need to adjust your what are they called? Cameras, right? Adjust your camera so I can see you on the floor because that's where we're going to stay. And I'm just going to turn my mat so you can see me better. So we just came down to the floor in a seated position. Our knees are bent. And our legs were apart. So hold on to your shins for a moment. Maybe clasp your hands and just lift yourself up nice and tall. Good. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good. All right. Some of you have got it. We'll play with it. We have time to work on getting our cameras fixed. Probably have another good 100 years of Zoom. Hands on your shins. Now lift yourself up. Let go of just one arm and notice if anything changes in your spine. Put that arm down and do the other side. Do you notice does the left side lift? Does it drop? Bring it down. Now let's see if we can lift both arms without doing anything else to our body. Open your knees wider, Karen. Jane. Yeah. So your feet are in line with your sitting bones. Inhale. That would make it harder. Well, maybe knees together would make it harder. Now, keep your arms out. Keep your knees bent. And then bring your chin to your chest. Pull the belly in. Just enough. Just that little scoop. Inhale. Lift yourself up. Roll over your sitting bones. You should actually feel that rocking and rolling position. Chin to chest, roll back. Scoop out your belly. Scoop it out, scoop it out, scoop it out. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Roll right back over those sitting bones. Last one, we're going down to the floor. Exhale, chin to chest, round your back. Slowly roll to the floor. Slowly, super, super slow. Gravity's going to pull you down. Work against gravity. Relax the shoulders. Take your time, vertebrae by vertebrae. Yeah. And when you get to the floor, hug your knees to your chest, take a happy baby. Big toe grip, outer foot grip, or perhaps underneath your thighs. And if you'd like to rock side to side, go for that. And then draw the knees on the outside of the rib cage, draw your tailbone to the floor, and press your feet as if they were standing on a ceiling. Breathe in, and breathe out. Good. If you can still hold on to your feet or your big toes, hold on as you straddle your legs. If that lifts your hips up off the floor, then open up your arms to your inner thigh, your calves, wherever you can. Now, imagine that your feet are against walls that are closing in on you, and you're pushing the walls away with your feet. So not only are our legs coming down lower, but they're lengthening out of our hips. If you're holding onto your feet, let go of them. Bring your hands in prayer. Interlace all but your thumb and forefinger. Lift your head and shoulders up. I know we did this yesterday. Sorry, guys. We did it a little differently. Good. Reach a little higher. Now bring your feet to the sky. Bring your fingers to your feet. And then exhale your arms to the right side. Lift your left shoulder off the floor. Maybe you lift your right shoulder off the floor. Inhale through center. Exhale up and over to the left side. Try not to shift your legs, just your torso. Let's try that again. Inhale through center. Exhale up and over right side. Inhale center. Exhale up and over left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, head down, arms down. Legs, hips width apart. Put a soft bend into the knees. And see if you can bring your ribs down towards your hips, belly to your spine, and just sink your weight into your hips. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, cross your right leg all the way over your left leg. Grab ankles, shins, or toes, and pull your heels through your buttocks. Now listen here. Listen here. Hold on to the ankles or wherever you can. Place your feet, if you can get one or both feet on the floor, and see if you can just hover in there. So slightly different. I love when Madonna sings Sanskrit. Keep your hands at your feet for one more breath. Now we're going to let go of the hands from the feet. Keep the right foot on the floor, twist to your left side. So the right knee is bent and the foot is on the floor, the left knee comes down. So now, like a figure four, pull your right shin against your left thigh so you're opening out. You can even use your hands to help guide that leg away from you. So rather than going into the twist over here, we're pushing the leg away from us. Take another breath. On the next inhaling breath, which is now, then release into your full twist. Inhale, just the right leg comes back to center. Soles of the feet together as you exhale. Supta Baddha Konasana. Stretch your arms up over your head and reach your arms away from your head. They can be up, they can be cactus or diamond like your feet. Om Shanti. Peace. Inhale, the knees come back to center. Hug them into your chest. Lift your head and shoulders, round and curl your spine. Lower your head, left leg over right, grab ankles, shins, or toes. So keep working your tailbone long on the floor because now we're going to attempt to put our feet on the floor. You might shift a little bit over to your right side if your left leg touches the floor, but you don't want to be too much over just yet. So keep working your hips or your knees towards the center. Good, now carefully release your hands, open them up, keep your left foot on the floor, bend your right knee down. And then gently guide your left leg like a figure four against your right leg. You can use your hands or just the leg, the action. Picture it in your head, in your mind, in your brain. And then let go of the leg and twist all the way to the right side. And then just the left leg, bring it up. Soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana, arms overhead, cactus or up in diamond or straight up. See what feels right for you. I say that a lot, but I mean it because, you know, if you do everything I tell you to do but it doesn't feel good to you, it's not right for you, then it's not going to help you. It's not going to make you love your yoga practice. It's going to make you hate me. Now turn your feet forward, soles of the feet on the floor, heels in line with your hips. Bring your arms back down by your side. Press your shoulders and back into the floor. And then lift your hips up into a bridge. Feel free to support your bridge with your hands or a block. And then walk your arms underneath your back. Interlace your fingers, knuckles towards your heels. And then energetically pull your heels towards your hands and your hands towards your heels. Take a breath. Pushing through the shoulders and the feet. Don't move your neck. If your arms are clasped, release them. If you're on a block, release it for a moment or stay. And let your back come down. Turn your knees in towards each other. We're going to do one more. It's either going to be bridge, wheel, or anything else you'd like to do as a back bend. Maybe you want to take it onto your belly. Reach for your heels, tilt your pelvis, lift your hips up in the air. If you're coming into full wheel, hands come by your shoulders, palms down, fingers towards your shoulders, and then lift up onto the top of your head, and then press yourself up as best you can, lifting your heart up, bringing your heart towards your hands. Breathe in and out. When you're ready to come down, top of the head, upper mid, lower back comes to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. If it feels good to you to take one more spinal twist, go ahead for the twist. Anything you want, just make sure you do both sides. And if you're ready to be in your Shavasana, lay on your back. Let your arms rest by your side. Let your palms stay open. And let your hips relax. Your feet, your hips splay out. Let everything melt into the earth. Let everything soften. Come back to your unique pattern of breathing. No retention, no lengthen, no deepening. Just the breath that takes you through the day without your even thinking about it. If you have the luxury of being able to stay longer, feel free to turn me off and just be there. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breath. Start to make movements small but meaningful. Into your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Draw your knees to your chest. Make your way onto either side. See whatever that is for you. Just close your eyes for a moment. Absorb the practice. Bring your hands to your heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace to all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your energies, your commitment, your passion, your community, and your continued commitment with me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. It's a holiday weekend, 3-dayer. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you all for being here. You stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.